Thanks for taking the time. I know you're either up very early or up very late. I'm not sure which one it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Well, we'll assume with the sunglasses, it's
We'll
up
say
late.
Up late, yes.
So, Kings of Leon, this is a good year actually for Southern rock. I mean, you know, My Morning Jacket comes along, a critically acclaimed album. You guys come along with your fourth record, and again, everybody's just freaking over it. It's what is it about Tennessee and Kentucky these days?
I don't know. I think it's everyone's starting to wake up and realize that there's some good music that comes out of the South of America, I guess. You know, you ask, anyone ever ask you where your band's from, whatever you say Tennessee, they automatically think, oh, Southern rock, or Leonard Skinner, or Allman Brothers, but I think us and My Morning Jacket, we're kind of giving Southern rock a different, a different face, I guess.
There's Liam Gallagher would say, or Noel Gallagher would say that there's been a shift, a fundamental shift in the sound of the band from albums 1, 2, and 3 and this record.
Isn't that the point? Aren't you supposed to change a little?
Well, not if you're Oasis.
Yeah, or you could just make the same record over and over. I mean, if that works for you. But no, we were so young when we started that it's not like we went in and like intention, like, okay, this next record has to be completely different from the last one. It was just us growing musically. I mean, my little brother Jared was 15 when we did the first record, and so he's 21 now. So obviously, your style is gonna change a little. You're gonna get better, hopefully, at your instrument, and I think that's why our records have changed so much from one to the next. Just it wasn't really a conscious thing to change drastically. It was more of we've changed as people and musicians, and our musical influences have changed, and this is pretty much the end result.
Oh, what influences have changed?
Well, considering when we made our first record, the way we grew up, we couldn't listen to rock and roll. I mean, we heard our first Led Zeppelin record in 2001, so that'll let you know.
Is this because Dad was a preacher?
Yeah.
So Dad was anti-rock and roll?
Well, he was an ex-hippie pothead, but had kind of come full circle. And yeah, every now and then we'd be, driving. My mom would pass out, and it'd be 3 a.m. and a Hendrix song or something would come on, and he would go back to the good old days and tell us a story of him and his buddies smoking pot or something. But those were few and far between. For the most part, we didn't get to listen to any rock music.
What does he think about the situation now?
Oh, he loves it. It's so funny because his name is Leon as well, but we named it after our grandfather because we're all, his grandsons. My dad, his whole life has been Ivan, but since the band, I swear, if he was in here right now, he'd be like, "Hi, I'm Leon." So he has embraced his middle name now, thanks to the band.
And he's proud of his boys.
Oh yeah,
and his
proud.
nephew.
Yeah.
Let's let's go through a bit of the history of the band. First of all, first record, Jared was 15?
15.
And you guys got together was it always you three and your cousin?
Yeah.
Now, how did that come about?
Oh.
Well, I guess it was the only guys you hung out with.
Yeah, that was the only, growing up, that's all you really hung out with was family. Yeah, we signed our deal in 2001, me and Caleb. And then they were trying to help us put our band together. And we were like, we'll just buy our little brother a bass. They're like, has he ever played before? We're like, no, but, he'll probably learn. So they're like, snicker. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And they're like, who's going to play guitar? And we're like, our cousin Matt, I think he took a couple guitar lessons. Like, so we'll just, we'll let him be the guitar player. And they were just, thought it was so funny. They're like, okay, we'll see you guys in a month. And they gave us a box set for Zeppelin. We went and bought a big old bag of dope, locked ourselves in the garage.
You're kidding!
And a month later, they came down, and we played them 5 songs, and they were like, we're sorry, this is the band, do whatever you want to do, so we pretty much had the blessing from there on.
Well, that's got to be the cheapest return on investment ever.
Yeah.
A Led Zeppelin box set and a bag of dope. That's wild. So how long did it take to make the first record after that?
We were making our EP like a month later in Memphis, and then we made our record, our first full record, probably 6 months later, 8 months later.
And I guess you guys have always been on the road. I was going to say you've been on the road ever since, but with the traveling preacher situation, not a lot of downtime at home, right?
No, we never. Man, I can remember we had 2 houses for more than 2 years growing up. So we were always either staying with family in Oklahoma or staying with family in Tennessee. Because my dad's whole family's from Oklahoma, my mom's is from Tennessee. So we were just always
back and forth in the interstate.
Bouncing back and forth.
Okay, so that's the first album. The second album comes along, and what changes?
We'd been to Europe and the UK and experienced, crazy times. Because over there, we were big from day one over there.
Why is that?
I think they were kind of fascinated with the story, the way we were raised and how the whole good versus evil. We grew up, preacher sons, and now we're out doing stuff that preacher sons shouldn't do. But yeah, in between the first and second record, we just toured a lot and experienced the highs and the highs of rock and roll, and that produced Aha Shake, the second record, which was pretty much about boozing and drugging and women and all that good stuff.
I would love to go home with you and hang out in the cafe on Main Street.
You buy me a couple of drinks and it just might happen, buddy.